Are going to make a makeup video for our required dance makeup. We have all of our lip sense products here. There's everything, and I'm going to kind of talk about what we're doing as we go through. I already had her wash her face, and she has her foundation on. For dance, we don't use the Make Sense foundation. I would like to be able to do it because I think that it's got a pretty good stay on it, but with her changing complexion, we just haven't yet, but we'll probably transition to it soon. We always start with the Lip Sense Moisturizing Lip Balm, so Addie, if you want to put that on. It just kind of helps to prep her lips and moisturize them before we go to get, I'm going to move the mirror over so that you can kind of see what she's doing while she's doing it. So that it gets her lips ready, and if we do it now, then it kind of absorbs a little bit before we're ready to actually put on the Lip Sense. It's important to have nice moisturized lips, and using the Senegence products, because there's no beeswax in it, it will help to eliminate some of the tingling sensation that some people talk about, so that it's not trying to exfoliate that off of her lips as often. So alright, so then we're going to jump in. I always start with eyes because I feel like that's the easiest. And when we do our eyes, we do mascara. You want to do your own mascara, or do you want me to do it?
I don't care.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and start with her mascara. I also do not use the Make Sense mascara with her from Senegence. Ours is just a generic Monster Lash. Sometimes she could be kind of sensitive with different mascaras, and this is one of the ones that we found works best for her. I honestly have never even tried the Make Sense on her. Can you close your eyes? So I'm going to make sure that I'm not leaning in your way so that you can see while I'm doing this. I just put on multiple coats. I know some people use fake lashes. We don't use fake lashes. This just works for us, so it's what we do. Okay, look up. And don't forget the bottom, because you want your lashes to look big and able to be seen from stage. Okay, blink a couple times for me. And one more. There we go. Whenever I have a mistake with her mascara or any eye makeup actually, I have an eye makeup remover that I use. So I just, put a little bit of that on some Q-tips and go back through. Close your eyes. And touch up any mistakes that I may have made. Little globbies, can you look up? And underneath her eyes, so that mascara is good and clean. And then when that's dry, we will start with her eye makeup. So the very first color, if it will focus on it here. Nope, you don't like me. Okay, well, it says that it is the Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. So that's the first color we're going to use. And we're going to cover her entire lid with that Sandstone Shimmer. So I go all the way down to her bottom, and I cover it all the way up above her crease, almost to her lash line. Or not her lash line, I'm sorry, her eyebrows. You need to correct me if I say something wrong, okay?
Sorry.
It's okay. So here we are putting it on. I'll put the other side and check it just so I get a better view. And the nice thing about the Senegence eyeshadow is it goes on as a cream and then it dries to a powder. So you can kind of blend it a little bit And so that's kind of what I'm doing now, is I'm just blending it out to make sure it isn't really harsh. So Addie, go ahead and lean in close to the camera. You can see her nice little shimmer on her eyelids there. Okay, you come in back. Then the next step is it's the garnet. So that's the darkest color that's required for the dance competition makeup. So you take your little wand, and hopefully I'm not leaning right in front of what you need to see. You make 3 little dots right in the crease of where you're going to blend. And then we use a little smudger brush. It's a little travel set that I have. And so then I use that smudger to blend in her crease and make a little triangle towards her eyelashes there. And so you don't want to blend this too much, because on the stage you do want to be able to see that line a bit. So now I'm going to come and do the exact same thing on the other side. I'm just kind of blending into her crease and towards her lash line. And I am not a makeup artist, so I really enjoy doing makeup, but I have no cosmetology degree. I am not a professional, so I'm sure there's people that are better at this than me, but we just kind of make it work. All right, go ahead and open up your eyes. So you can see how it's a little bit darker in her creases there. Lean really close to the camera and close your eyes. So that's kind of how it looks for us when we do her dance stage makeup. All right, you can sit back. So that's the basic part. And then we're gonna come in and we're gonna do her liner with the onyx color. It is just the blackest color. And when I do it for her, I am not able to be precise enough using the wand itself. So I just kind of put a little glob here on my hand. And then we have let me find the right little brush. It is an eyeliner brush that's also in that little travel set. And so what I'll do is I just load up the brush with some of that onyx shadow sense, and then close your eyes. I'm going to do this side first. I start in about the middle of her eye and pull it outwards, creating a little wing. It's not a huge wing, but it's there. You'll be able to see it on stage. And then I just follow that all the way across. I do make it heavy, and Addie loves how thick and heavy I have to make all of her makeup. But in order for you to really be able to see it on the stage, you want it to be dark. The lights here in my bathroom are pretty bright and already wash her out a bit. I don't know how to do this very well without you guys, so sorry if you can't see. I've got to lift her eyelid a little bit. But I'm just doing the same thing on the opposite side now. And you know, because this isn't the typical stance that we have when I'm doing her makeup with me all the way off to the side, most of the time I'm right in front of her. So I made this side a lot thicker. But, you know, when that happens, you just go back on the other side and thicken it up a little bit over here. So that's just kind of how it works. And that's okay. Right, Addie? It's okay. With the onyx, I always do let it dry a little bit before I have her open her eyes. So she's going to sit here with her eyes closed for about a minute or so, just because I want to make sure that I don't get any of the black up on her, up above her crease or anywhere. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. No, don't do that. Stop laughing.
Sorry.
Okay, so she's just going to sit here with that. As she's doing it, then I move on to her cheeks. So, Abby, will you turn and look to the left? And when we do... Oh, you're going to move all the way. Okay.
Oh, I can't.
No, that's good. So when she does that, where's the camera? We're moving on, and we're going to use the mulberry color. Des did say that we could use Posy Pink, I think is the name of it, as well this year. And but mulberry is what we already have, so it's what we use. Go ahead and turn right there. I find where her cheekbone is, and so that's where I'm touching right here. And then for me, I draw a line right under her cheekbone. And so once I have that line on her cheeks, I take her blush brush, which is this one right here. It's a face angled brush. And then I start blending that in. So I don't mind the line on it because it kind of helps on stage to contour it a little bit. And we just kind of blend it in, and it's going to look pretty dark. Can you smile, please? If you're just, walking down the street, going to get coffee, but you want it to be dark when you're on stage. Will you flip, slide, and we're going to do the other side? So here it is on the other side. I'm going to find her cheekbone. Put that down so you can see what I'm doing. I'll find her cheekbone, where the bottom of her cheekbone is. And then I'm just going to draw a line right down. You'll kind of notice that I curve it up a little bit at the end because it kind of helps me to fill in. I like to put a little bit of color on the apples of her cheeks. But the majority of the color just stays right here on her cheekbone. Will you smile, please? And turn and face the front now. Just so I can make sure that they're pretty much even on both sides. Chin down. So, and once again, the color that we use for cheeks is actually an eyeshadow color. It's a Shadow Sense color. But if you have the right tools, you really can get it to blend nicely. And that's one of the great things about the lip sense stuff, is that you really can use multiple things in different ways, and you can layer them and change them. So her eyes are probably dry enough now, so I'm going to go ahead and let her open them. See, they got pretty thick, didn't they?
I look scary.
You look fine. So then now that we've got that done, I'm going to come back. The black on my hand here was still a little bit wet enough that I could mold it since it was in a glob like that. So I don't need to add any more to it. Chin up for me and look up. And then I'm going to follow her lash line till about the middle of her eyes. I'm making this a lot thinner than what was on the top. But I'm not going all the way because I think that it helps her eyes to pop open better than if I cover her whole bottom line, lash line, with the black. And I'm much more careful to make sure that it is not as thick. Now, if you are working on this and you make a mistake and it really is too thick and you need to take it off, you're not going to be able to just wipe it.
I got a black.
You got a black. It wasn't dry enough. So go ahead and put your chin down and close your eyes. So it wasn't dry enough. So right now, if I go in there, because it's wet, it's going to smudge a little bit, but it's not going to come off. And that's one of the great things about Senegence, is that it just is there. So because we have that little mistake, close your eyes again for me. I'm just going to take some garnet and some of the sandstone shimmer, and you are just going to layer on top. So you are adding in the colors that you have right on top of those others. So I'm taking my smudger brush again. I'm just going to smudge that black right on out of there. And so I'm layering on top of the mistake. And because I added some extra on this side, I need to go back and check to make sure that it's not too dark on one side over the other. So I need to add a bit more color. Let me find the right one, the garnet. Right there. And then I'm gonna darken this side up a little bit. We want as much symmetry as possible. So hopefully it really is dry enough this time. I know I've watched some videos where people will go through and use like a blow dryer to dry it in between. Typically it doesn't take that long in the eyes, I think, because I got it so thick. So to test it, I'm just going to take a Q-tip here and lay it on there and see if it's coming off at all. Okay, so she should be good this time. Go ahead and open your eyes again. Alright, lean in close. So there's her eyes with her dance makeup. Looks pretty heavy. It's not something she would ever really want to wear down the street. And you can see her cheeks if you look to the right and to the left. Honestly, if I was doing this and I knew she was going to be performing, I would probably make her cheeks darker. Just because I am one where I like her makeup to be nice and dark. Because I know that it's going to wash her out on stage and I want all of her beautiful features to be seen. Okay. So the very last step is going to be the blue-red fire engine lips. Before we do that, whenever you put color on, you want to make sure that's the wrong thing that I'm showing you. You want to make sure that the lips are primed and ready and that there's nothing on them. So LipSense makes this product, it's called an Oops Remover. So she is going to put this on her lips. She's just sliding it all around. There's no color or anything to it. What it's going to do is it's going to remove any impurities that she's got on her lips there. And I forgot to bring a paper towel. It's okay, don't use Kleenex because that'll leave a little bit of film. Typically I'll have her use a paper towel, but any clean towel, she's just wiping it back off now. You want to make sure that you've got a good clean surface for putting the makeup on. Alright, let's see how I do this. I've never recorded myself doing LipSense lipstick on her. So I'm hoping that I don't like stand right in front of her, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so she has her lips prepped. I've got the color that is required for us, and you want to start by shaking it. So you're going to shake it for about 10 seconds or so. You want to make sure everything's well blended. It's best to hold it upright. If you hold it side to side, you can do it that way, but this is going to give you the most accurate blend, and you can hear the little ball moving around to make sure that it's moving as it should. So after you've done that for about 10 seconds or so, when you feel like it's good and mixed, you're going to take your wand out, and there may be a little bit of extra on there. If you need to wipe it on the side, you can. It just depends on how you choose to do it. You're going to put on 3 coats, and you want to make sure that you are moving in the same direction each time you put it on. If you try and go back and forth, what's going to happen is it's going to actually remove that layer that you put underneath. It's not going to let it set well. So you want to make sure that you go in the same fluid motion in the same direction each time. So here we go. Lips are going to dry. Open up. I always like to check and make sure that her that area right in between her lips where she might get some saliva is good and dry as well. All right, go ahead and put your chin up for me and look towards me just a little bit. So I'm going to start here and very slowly and carefully open up big. Follow the natural line of her lip all the way down, and then I'm going to color it in on that side. I probably don't need to reload my brush. I probably load it more than I need to, but I always do. It's just habit. So then I'm going to do the same thing, up and follow right here, following the natural line of her lip. Ugh. And filling in once I have it lined there. Then I'll do the same thing on the bottom. Okay, turn towards me a little bit. Open up. Chin up. I'm sorry if you can't see. I can't look to tell if you can see. Can they see me right now?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Following her lips. Her lips are kind of dry right now. And I didn't make that as nice and clean of a line as I would have liked. So I'm just kind of touching it back up a little bit there. Okay. What?
Oh.
You do got a little over there. So then we're going to wait for it to dry. Give it the little shaky shaky. I can get the blow dryer out if I need to. It's important that you make sure that the first layer is dry. That's the layer that is sealing in. It's adding that pigmentation. Go ahead and smile. So I always double check the smile as well, because the way she smiles on stage is going to change where the lipstick lays. Go ahead and lean forward and show them that. So go ahead, don't smile. So it looks like it's, for the most part, other than the mistake. But then when she smiles, you can see right here where I need to kind of touch that a little bit. But it's not too bad. So she's waited, it's probably dry by now. Yep, okay. And so I'm going on top again. When I was here, I started in the middle and went to the right, so I'm going to do the same thing. Start in the middle, ah, and go down to the right, and then on this side, start in the middle, go down to the left. And reload my brush a little bit. Excuse me.
What?
Nothing, just the way you were looking up. Okay, so then I'm going to go from the right to the left. Go ahead and smile for me like you will on stage. And I'm going all the way across here. And if you make a mistake, I'm going to show you what to do in just a minute. So she's going to be really happy. Lean forward, show them what I got on your teeth here. Oh, look. Look at how nice and clean that is. Beautiful. So if you get it early enough, you can use a Q-tip to take the color off if you get any on your teeth. But if it starts to dry, it gets harder to get off. Did you get it off?
Oh, I got a thing on it.
That's okay. We'll pull it. Okay. So what she said is she got a little piece of cotton into the lipstick. And so I said that we'll pull it off here.
I can't get it.
Lean forward and show them how it's off your teeth. And show them the little piece of cotton on there. Oh, no, cotton.
I can't get it.
Okay. Smile. Ta-da! And, oh my goodness, look. I was digging around all over on that lipstick, and I don't have any of it on my hands right now. It is completely sealed, and it is not going anywhere. They say that you can wear lip scents for up to 18 hours. So if you have a long dance competition, you should be able to put this on early in the day and not have to do any touch-ups. You don't have to worry about it getting on dance costumes. You don't have to worry about it coming off while you're eating or drinking. It just is a great lipstick for dance competitions. Same thing with the rest of the makeup. It has great wearability. I'm going to start on this side. Oh no. I'm going to start on the right side. Okay, ready? Smile. And following along. There we go. So we're going to let this one dry all the way. Addie, did you feel any tingling sensation or anything when I put it on?
A little, but it's not bad because of the lip balm.
So you just want to make sure that your daughters or yourself, if you're wearing it, has nice moisturized lips. Lean really far forward here. So her lips really, you can, I don't know if you can see, but in person, you can see that she's got some chappedness going on over here. So if she does have some tingling, the more dry your lips are, the more chapped it's going to feel. Another thing that I sometimes will do with her that I don't do at all competitions would be brows. I am able to use the Mocha Java. You can't see it again, but I can use the Mocha Java for her brows. Do you want me to do brows tonight?
I don't care.
So if I do brows, I just use, I clean out the eyeliner that we used, and then I will do the same thing that I did. I'll put it here, and I just follow the brow to make it nice and dark so that that stands out on stage as well. As soon as her lips are all the way dry, you feel like they're all the way dry yet? Do you need a little bit more time?
A little more time.
So we do the brows, we just want to make sure that they're dark on stage as well. I think I went through all of the products. If we made any kind of a mistake on her lips, that Oops remover that we put on her lips to prep them first can be used to help take color off if you make a little mistake. Or you can use your regular face wash. It's the end of the day and you're ready to take everything off. You can have them wash their face. We still always put the Oops on as a layer first. Sometimes I even will use that makeup remover that I had out earlier to try and help get another layer off. You don't necessarily want to scrub really hard because that can be kind of painful. But the makeup's staying put. It's not coming off until you want to come off. So sorry that my tired daughter is not very perky right now.
Sorry.
You know, when it's 10 o'clock at night and she was dancing for about 2.5 hours before this. So she's not very happy. Oh, yep. Did you see how her lips kind of stuck together there? You can tell that they're not all the way dry. And that is why it's really important that you don't use the lip color alone by itself. Once you put the lip color on, in order to seal it, you're going to put on the glossy gloss. Lip Sense makes a couple different colors of gloss, but for dance we just use the glossy gloss. You ready? Kiss me and see if it's dry enough. So, she just kissed on my hand. There's nothing there. Nothing stuck. So she's ready to put on the gloss. I already twisted it a little bit. So the final step is to put the glossy gloss on. It's going to seal in that color. It's going to keep her lips nice and moisturized. And this can go on as many times during the day as your dancer feels like they need it. We try to have one container in her dream duffel, and I keep one container in my purse when we're at dance competition, so that, and sometimes I even have one in my pocket if I'm running around backstage and she asks for it. So there we go. She's all done. Lean forward, give them a good look side to side, and close your eyes. So there you go. There's our dance makeup tutorial. Took us almost exactly a half an hour to do her dance makeup. So make sure you've got yourself enough time. Thanks, guys. Hope this helped.